Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. When you picture the Founding Fathers, what comes to mind? Stern-faced men in powdered wigs signing the Declaration of Independence in perfect harmony. That's the story we all learn. But what if I told you the real story is far more complex, more human, and frankly, more fascinating? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on American independence to reveal the secret stories, the hidden figures, and the near disasters that are often left out of the history books. This isn't just a history lesson. It's a look at the messy, complicated birth of a nation. Let's start with the faces we don't know. While we celebrate Jefferson, Franklin, and Adams, the Declaration of Independence wasn't just their brainchild. Take, for example, Caesar Rodney of Delaware. On the sweltering night of July 1st, 1776, the vote for independence was deadlocked. Rodney, suffering from severe asthma and facial cancer, was 80 miles away. Upon receiving an urgent message, he rode all night through a thunderstorm, arriving at Independence Hall just in time, drenched and exhausted, to cast the tie-breaking vote. Without his incredible journey, the course of history might have been entirely different. Then there are figures like James Otis, a brilliant lawyer whose early arguments against British writs of assistance laid the intellectual groundwork for no taxation without representation. Though his later years were marked by tragedy and mental decline, his initial fire helped ignite the revolutionary spirit. These weren't just supporting characters. They were essential architects of liberty. Now, let's venture into a world of shadows and secrets. We often think of the revolution as a public, political movement, but behind the scenes, secret societies were pulling strings. The Sons of Liberty, for instance, were more than just a rowdy group of protesters. They were a highly organized, clandestine network operating in the shadows, coordinating resistance across the colonies, using secret codes, hidden meeting places, and a network of spies. They orchestrated events like the Boston Tea Party with strategic precision. Freemasonry also played a significant role. Many founding fathers, including George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and John Hancock, were Masons. Their shared values of liberty, equality, and fraternity, fostered within the lodge, helped build a foundation of trust and a unified vision for a new republic, often transcending their political differences. These weren't conspiracies, they were networks of trust that became the backbone of the revolution when open dissent was treason. But this unity was incredibly fragile. We imagine the 13 colonies as a unified force, but in reality, they were a collection of bickering rivals. The road to independence was paved with internal conflicts that nearly shattered the cause. For instance, there were deep divisions between the northern and southern colonies, especially over the issue of slavery, which was a dark contradiction at the heart of their fight for liberty. The Continental Congress was a hotbed of arguments. John Adams himself described it as a place of great and rugged debates. There were fierce disagreements over military strategy, economic policy, and even the fundamental structure of the new government. At one point, delegates from the middle colonies nearly walked out, threatening to make a separate peace with Britain. The miracle isn't that they declared independence, but that they managed to hold this fragile coalition together long enough to win a war. It was a constant, exhausting struggle of compromise and negotiation. To truly understand these men, we need to look beyond their public pronouncements and into their private worlds. Luckily, they left behind a treasure trove of hidden letters and diaries. These personal documents reveal the immense human cost of the revolution. George Washington's letters from Valley Forge aren't just military reports. They're desperate pleas for supplies, filled with anguish for his starving, freezing soldiers. He wrote of his mortification and despair, a far cry from the stoic general of legend. Abigail Adams' letters to her husband John are a powerful testament to the struggles on the home front. She managed a farm, raised the children, and faced constant threats, all while providing sharp political counsel and famously urging him to remember the ladies. These intimate writings show us that the founders weren't marble statues. They were people filled with doubt, fear, love, and a profound sense of uncertainty about the future they were creating. So, what can we, in the 21st century, learn from these hidden stories? The founders were not demigods. They were flawed individuals grappling with immense moral dilemmas. They fought for liberty while upholding the institution of slavery. They championed unity while being deeply divided. They preached reason but were driven by passion and personal ambition. Their story teaches us that progress is not a straight line. It's messy, contradictory, and often achieved by imperfect people striving for a more perfect ideal. Their struggles remind us that democracy is not a finished product handed down to us. It's a continuous, active process of debate, compromise, and fighting for our principles, even when it's difficult. Their moral courage wasn't about being perfect. It was about confronting impossible choices and still pushing forward toward a better future. They wrestled with the very questions of justice, equality, and freedom that we are still wrestling with today. The story of American independence is richer and more relevant than we ever imagined. It's a story of unsung heroes, secret alliances, bitter conflicts, and deep personal sacrifice. By understanding the true complex history, we gain a deeper appreciation for the nation they built and the challenges we continue to face. The revolution wasn't a single event, but the beginning of an ongoing argument about what it means to be American. An argument started by these secret founding fathers. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the hidden corners of history. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let me know in the comments which hidden story surprised you the most. Until next time, stay curious.